Hey there guys, we are back with some more Rogue Tower, and today my plan is just to do like a similar a regular run. Like by regular I mean just these basic towers over here. The ballista, the mortar, and the Tesla coil, and I will do it in how do I say this? In a map that is not what they call this again? In a map that is not custom, so it's just a regular map. However, in order to spice things up, I will go with the levels to RPM mod. And my plan here today is to do the levels to RPM mod. However, I will not upgrade them with gold. I will only let them be upgraded by their own experience throughout the run. And let's see how big of a difference the levels to RPM mod will do to us. So usually, um, okay, fine. Let's get this and let's get this. So usually when you start to play Rogue Tower, these are mostly the only towers that you will get for the most part, especially in the early levels, since you are just saving up experience as well as saving up, excuse me, saving up experience to unlock more towers or just getting all the upgrades as well. So yeah, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and let's see how this will influence or like this will change our gameplay from our usual Rogue Tower run here. So if you are not familiar with Rogue Tower and you are watching this, I bet you are new to the channel, and be sure to check them my other videos out. Rogue Tower is like one of my favorite games to play, like favorite games to do like a pastime. Since it's relatively chill, you just play some towers and in a map that is relatively randomly generated as compared to like like it's randomly generated, like not as random as you might think, because there are tile sets, but random enough, I say. So yeah, let's see if we can defeat like Grim Oogie here, and let's see if we can reach higher levels here. Also, again, if you're still watching this video, again, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate your views, and I appreciate you joining in my journey in playing some random games. So I play in this channel. I just play random games that that I see on Steam, or maybe some developers reach out. Mostly indie games, because I love I don't know what's with indie games, but I just really love playing them. Like how do I say this? Like any indie game, like I'm not excuse me, I'm not really that picky of a gamer. Like whenever somebody offers me to play a game, I will play the game with an open mind. I'm not those, like, I can nitpick here and there, but in the end I try to play the game as a game, like try to enjoy it as much as I can with the best of my abilities. There are some games that are just really bad that there's no way, like there's like literally no way I could play, but most of the time I just try my best to see the best in games, because in any game that I try to play, I always think that maybe this game is somebody's favorite game. Like, for example, not everybody, like, I love StarCraft, okay, and StarCraft 2. And I know everybody doesn't really like those types of games, but for me, they are, like, they're not perfect games, especially. Like, another example would be the old game Snake that used to play on your phones. I really love those games. And, they're not perfect games, like there can be many flaws and stuff. Even League of Legends, I play them occasionally. Like, they're not perfect, but it's somebody's favorite game, and they influence me a lot. And it just kind of feels nice to play those games. And that's why I always try to approach games in a relatively positive way. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get the haunted house because the boss will be here soon. Let's just get our boss wave up here. Mm-hmm. Freezing Bolt is, what? Let's get some mortars already, because we want that. Excuse me. That additional armor. I mean that additional. How do I say this? That additional damage AoE damage that is given by the mortars. And I miss using the mortars, man. It's been a while since I used the mortars. I always do them in challenge runs. But like in regular runs, technically it's not regular, but you get what I mean when I mean by regular run. Also, are you a +1? Yes, you are. So far, we're doing well. We might have a problem when it comes to armor, because I mean when it comes to shield, I mean, because how do I say this? Excuse me again. Because we don't have anything that can deal with shields by a lot. We have enough. We have enough damage when it comes to HP for our ballistas and armor for our mortars. But for the rest of our upgrades, I mean for the rest of our upgrades, we're not really meant to deal with how do I say this? We are not meant to deal with shields. So we might have a problem here. And then let's probably place another one here. Let's just spread out our mortars, making sure that we have enough damage in general, especially against shields. So we must be careful here not to... Also, you know what? Let's just place some of these. You know, this setup takes me back. Like, I remember when I first played this game, I really had no towers. I didn't have access to the expensive towers. And it was really fun as well as hard, and plus it was so satisfying to oh, we can have poison damage as well. Sure. It was really satisfying to unlock the towers for the first time. And plus the towers work somehow differently as compared to our previous runs. Okay, let's just make sure we have everything set up. Let's grab our mana. We could probably start getting our Tesla coils, but we don't have mana sustain just yet. Sure, let's grab our mana banks early so that we might have a chance against them. Oh no, that is the wrong tower. Then let's just place some ballista towers up in here. You know, just to slow these things down, let's try to spread out our ballista towers. Ah, it's so satisfying to see the mortars, man. It's been a while. Perfect. We can have sorcery. And let's start to have our Tesla coils here. We will need them in the future. Don't discount our Tesla coils. So let's just place you there. Tesla coils in very important spots. Like this intersection seems nice. And then sure, let's just expand this way. And make sure to place some mana banks, like over here is a good spot for our mana banks. So at least we have some form of anti-shield, even just by a little bit. Okay. Let's get fortification. We will need that later. Let's also... You know what? Let's just focus on our shield. I mean our HP here. So we might have better chances in the future. This thing is splitting real well. So I'm kind of scared. But it is looping back. So, you know, that is something that we should take note about. Let's just slow it down for a bit while I play some towers because I want to see the action unfold while I place all of these things. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Let's increase our damage. Like, let's just increase our overall damage and expand this way. We have a lot of money saved up, so I think... Are you? Nope. You are not getting any money from that. The mines and everything. Also, let's just place some ballistas over here. You are for sure going to reach. Some mortars as well. And maybe a testacle in the middle over here. Just spread out damage. What else? We could go for you. Okay, now this is an important one. If we get mana bombs, we need some form of mana sustain. So we must place everything here. Like, we must place a lot of mana banks as well as mana siphons in the future. We could also get lifesteal. That is one way to handle things. But this should allow us to have our mortars to do everything. Also, area of effect is one of the best upgrades for our mortars. One of their weaknesses is that for fast units, they are not able to shoot them that efficiently because, you know, there's travel time and everything. However, if we increase the AoE, they are much more likely to hit them rather than miss completely. And now, since we are losing mana as we are doing this, it is really important to make sure everything is as efficient as possible for every shot. And yeah, lifesteal is also important. Let's just make sure we have our mana sustained before we plan on on getting a lot of mana consuming buildings. Anyway, let's make sure we place you and that. So one thing I like about this build is that everything is really cheap. Are you the boss, really? Are you the freaking boss? Excuse me, am I going to lose? How the heck did they get through that quickly as well? Okay, here's the boss. How did we lose almost all of our HP in one freaking round, dude? Sure, let's grab this. Grab this. Sure, fine. Let's get the enchanted bolts up and going. I was kind of wondering with that, like, why did all of you guys get through suddenly? Like, all of a sudden, they are getting through our walls here. Okay, our mortars are doing really well. Let's look at our stats over here. Ballista is dealing a lot of damage. Testacle is not really, so I'm not really sure if Testacle was a good decision for this. But you know what? Let's just stick to our guns. And let's stick to our plan here. Hopefully, it's one the reasons that the Testacles aren't doing well is just because of the fact that we didn't get any upgrades for them yet. Advanced explosives, that is really nice. Poison, you know, let's get enchanted bolts, let's get additional mana bombs, and then sure, Perseverance. Also, more mana, just in case. I'm playing it safe here, guys. Playing it really, really safe. Savings account. Events explosive. So I think the one that will carry most of our runs is are the mortars here. So yeah, let's just place some Tesla coils here and there, making sure everything is fine. Golden Forest seems good, but I want to have all effects here. Static permeation. Now we could slowly get all of our upgrades. And how much is our money? Money is doing really well with our both death tax and our base here. Poison bolt seems nice. Let's just upgrade our other towers here. Let's make sure we get all the rainbow colors for our towers as well. And one of the goals why I have a lot of ballista towers in the middle is that because of the chance to freeze, I would want them to have as much chances of freezing as possible, you know, in order for our mortars to do their thing. You know, let's go with power surge. Grab that, grab this. Make sure you have enough mana for this because our mana will spike through the roof now. You must be really careful. Our mana will spike through the roof, especially we have levels to RPM as well. So I'm not really sure if it is the level to RPM, but I'm somehow having an easier time with this. Maybe it's the mod. Sure, static permeation. Let's have all towers increase damage to armor. And oh, I forgot that we have freaking universities. I forgot to get universities, education, and everything. Okay, let's grab poison bolts. We're moving really quick here, all things considered. Okay, let's make sure we have enough mana again. Build up some mana here. And make this run. So look at this. This is a really satisfying look. Like it has some sort of chaos to it, but somehow it's like an organized chaos with all the electricity, all the colorful stuff that is happening. It's really satisfying in its own right. Sure. Okay, lifesteal is going to be useful. And then advanced ballistics. Give them more armor. And we take those. Towers there, towers here, towers everywhere. So we have the boss here. Kind of tanky. And let's see if we have enough chance. I think this is the part where all the missile things show up. Usually. Or if it's not the missile things, then it's probably everything else. Okay, the boss is getting really destroyed by our mortars, which is good. We have enough money to spam even more of these guys. And let's give some Tesla some love here. Let us give all towers damage as well as all Tesla have increased damage in general. It's in here. All tasking next to shields. Power surge. And then let's start to expand our damage here. Like all through the different corners. All the choke points. Like all the different choke points should have some way, shape, or form a Tesla coil here, and some ballistas in the middle just to help. Mana bolts that will kill me in the future if we don't have mana, because more than half of our towers is utilizing mana now. I mean, all of our towers, right? All of our towers are utilizing mana now. So we must be really careful. Oh my gosh, my mana. Please. Please freaking sustain yourselves, dude. Also, if you can hear cars in the background, I opened my window. It's getting really hot in here. That's why I decided to open a window. Sure, give me lifesteal. That could help us with our mana problems. And you know what? The gas shells is always there. Might as well get that while we're here. So give me a chest. Does that cause the poison damage? Sure, why not? Oh my god, so much things are happening. Oh my god, that is a lot of units all of a sudden. Please tell me you can handle it. Oh my god, the missiles, Okay, saved. We are saved. Let's make sure we have enough damage for this. Perseverance. And let's just place some ballista towers over here. Let's move up our ballista tower coverage. So at least we could slow down most of them. Even though I did a 15% maximum slow, that is probably on me. I can't see anything, but I see some HP bars flowing through. I am going to lose. Every hit. Oh my god, I'm going to lose. And I'm dead. Okay, you know what? Anyway, that was a really fun video of Rogue Tower. Kind of casual, kind of fast, at the same time entertaining as well. So hopefully you are entertained as well. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to click that like button, subscribe button. I upload new videos every day. Be sure to check them out as well. And be sure to leave down a comment. Helps the algorithm. Hope to see you guys next time and have a great day today. Bye-bye.